Hi, it's Carnegie. I had my colonoscopy today. Let me tell you about this procedure. The day before the procedure, I was allowed a piece of toast, dry toast with no butter, then clear liquids. So I had water, ginger ale, some vitamin water to drink around between noon and 2. I take my laxatives. This is Thursday. Noon and 2, I take my laxatives. Then at 4 o'clock comes the nasty liquid. It is Miralax, and you can have Gatorade, which I picked. It has to be the clear one, not the color, not the red, not the blue. No fruit punch, grape, or orange, because it looked like blood in your test. So I chose the lemon lime with my Miralax. I downed 4 cups of the nasty beverage. After the first 2 cups, I had to take a break because I thought I was going to vomit profusely everywhere. I got really nauseous. I could feel it, that salty, nasty beverage come up in my throat. I could taste it. Ugh. And then I just had to lay down because I was in pain and nauseous. And they said the best part of prep is to not do a lot and laying down and being still. It's a good thing. I didn't throw up. So after the pause, I took my last 2 glasses. They said sip it. Sipping it ain't working, my friends. You have to guzzle it. And then they said use a straw. It'll easier. That straw didn't do nothing, girl. Nothing. Then drink it cold. Yes, make sure the powder is in cold liquid. Colder the better to get it down. I got it down. Then I chased it with water afterwards. I had some Smart Water, electrolytes. I had to drink like a bottle of water for every cup of that nasty crap. And then that started at 4. I only had a piece of toast in me. Ugh. By the time I had my first cup, my laxative, but when I had my first cup of the liquid, I started going to the bathroom, friends. And it was like continuous little bathroom trips. Gotta go, like right now, so you don't go in yourself. That's fun. So it's a race to the bathroom. It's like short bathrooms, but it's a race to there. And that happened all night. Even after I stopped the regimen, I could only drink clear liquids till midnight because my procedure was the next day at 6:45 a.m. was what time I was supposed to be there. So yeah, needless to say, I had a headache. I didn't take my headache medicine. I just dealt with it and laid down because if I don't eat within 2 hours of awakening, a little piece of toast don't cut it, girl. And then I was tired. I had a headache. And now if that laxatives and that liquid stool softener laxative, great old Miralax, times 20, how much you have to drink. And not just to go, but to clean your body out, to be clear. And to be clear, see the bottom of the toilet. That means it can't be any brown, any dark. It can be a little yellow and clear. It can have some particles in it, but it has to be yellow. And it has to be a clear yellow to be clear. Okay. So after that, I tried to like relax, watch TV. I couldn't sleep, go to the bathroom, up, down, up, down, up, down. Had to be at the surgical center at 6:45 a.m. So fluids till midnight. No sleep, girl. I tried to watch TV, couldn't concentrate, up and down, up and down. Then at 5 o'clock, I got up, got ready to go to the surgical center, wear loose clothing, be comfortable because this is not going to be a fun procedure. Get there, sign in. The lady asked me, if they remove a polyp, your insurance doesn't cover that. It's about $500. If there's no removal of polyps, just the exam, your insurance covers that. But any removal, any polyps, and most people have a polyp, she told me there would be a price on that. Insurance doesn't cover the removal of the polyp. Just great. Let's hope I don't have any polyps, right? Then got a sheet. Do you have a directive? Do you have a living will? I just thought I was going for a colonoscopy, not for an invasive surgery. But she asked me to have a living will. Felt like I was signing my life away, did my paperwork, sat back down in the office. And they called me back. It was immediate. You know, they sat me down, undressed, only keep on your socks or your bra. I got relaxed. I got in a gown. I put my warm blanket over me. I waited there. The nurse came immediately, explained what was going on. She put the she put the intravenous needle in me to get ready for the propofol they were going to give to me, so I could sleep. What they call sedation, not total anesthesia where you go totally under, your whole body's asleep. They say just you're asleep, your whole body is not. But it's to help with the pain. And I got propofol. I said fentanyl was in it. Fentanyl is in it. That's what I thought. But it's used for anesthesia on these purposes in low dosages, I guess, and it's stronger than morphine. And to make you feel no pain during a short-term being asleep procedure, it is preferred, propofol. Then they put the intravenous needles. They could administer the propofol. They gave me oxygen in my nose. I remember the doctor calling me, telling me about the procedure, what they were going to do. And he said they were going to go in. If there's going to have polyps, they were going to remove them. And that's it. It was going to be short and sweet. So it was time for me to... I sat there for about 20 minutes, I think, in the bed waiting. I got there at 6:45. It was about 8 o'clock before they pulled me back. So I got the pre-prep. I talked to the anesthesia guy about what they were going to do, what they were going to give me, how long I was going to be asleep, etc., etc. Talked to the nurse, the anesthesiast, and the doctor. Then by the time they were pulling me back, it was a little bit after 8 a.m. I was there at 6:45. A little after 8 a.m., I get pulled back. I have to go to the wee. So we stop. They help me into the bathroom, help me out, and then back on the little bed, and they roll me to the room. I don't remember being rolled into the room. I know I didn't get the medicine administered to me, the propofol, till I got to the room. And then I don't remember anything afterwards till I woke up. I didn't remember the procedure, the tube going up my rectum for the colonoscopy. Nothing, girl, nothing. Then when they woke me up, I did feel gassy and some abdominal pain. I felt some pressure on my stomach. They said I need to pass gas and that would go down. Make sure you try to pass your gas. Don't be afraid. I said, well, did I pass any gas while I was sleeping here before I woke up? She said, you passed wind about 3 or 4 times. I'm still feeling pain. Luckily, while I was asleep, I didn't know I was embarrassing other people, but everybody's passing gas in their role. So I guess if you haven't went and you've taken laxatives and there's nothing to come out, they don't stink. So you can pass all the gas you want. And I guess there's no poo-poo. There's no stink. I guess it all smells like roses, right? Like the song says, your poo-poo smells like roses. I don't know exactly how it goes. But then they said I get something to drink. Do you want something to eat? I said, can I have a ginger ale? She says, no, that's carbonated, the nurse. I said, what do you have? And she gave me an apple juice. So I had an apple juice and a little half of a graham cracker. And then the doctor came and I asked, did I have a polyp? I was so scared. I didn't want any polyps. I thought I was taking good care of myself. And he said, you had a small polyp. I could have sat there and died. What? I have a polyp? And they said it was probably less than 5 millimeters, maybe 4. He just ticked it off like a skin tag. It was nothing. But I have to go back in 5 years because I had 1 polyp, even though it was small. I can't wait to 10. No polyps means 10. 1 polyp, even small, barely nothing, means 3 to 5 years. So no more than 1 means probably 3 years or bigger one. But I had 1 small polyp, so I have to go back in 5 years and repeat this nasty procedure. So I learned a lot about this. It's gross. Nobody wants to do the prep. The prep's worse than the day of. Then also the doctor came back and said I had the one small polyp. He also said I had diverticulosis. I tried to use the pronunciation key with this. Diverticulosis, not diverticulitis, diverticulosis. I have diverticulosis. I have those bulging sacs in my colon and a little bit more on one side and a couple on the other side. I guess in my large intestines. That's where he took the polyp out of. And they said this could be a result. They know for sure not having enough fiber in my diet and eating a fatty diet. I know I eat meats and other things, but I thought I had enough fiber. I guess I didn't. Or it could have just been happened to me anyway. It would have happened anyway. And then they gave me a paper on low-fat diet and high fiber. I've already started adding fiber, gut health, to my diet before this happened. I was already thinking about I need to add fiber to my diet and supplementing because I don't always eat the high fiber foods. They gave me a list of foods to eat that are high in fiber. And they gave me a low-fat diet list. And I guess I attend to some of that, but not all that. I'm not giving my bacon friends in the long scheme of things. Maybe I can cut back, but not at all. It's just not a realistic lifestyle. So for the most part, it was okay. Wasn't happy to find out I had a polyp. They say under 50, only 20, they're saying only 20% of the population where I read. I don't know if this is accurate. Under 50, which I'm 49, under 20% of the population under 50 has a polyp. I'm in that 20%, ladies and gentlemen. And I had diverticulosis, which can turn into diverticulitis if you're not careful. If you don't want your fiber and stuff you're eating, it can get worse, friends. So I don't want it to get worse. I'm going to be on that. And other than that, I was very tired. I didn't take my Tylenol. I had a headache. Was nauseous. Thought I was going to throw up before the procedure. And then I wake up, and there's no ginger ale. You can have no carbonated drinks because you're supposed to bring the gas down. Because you're trying to get the gas out of your belly because they blow air into your abdominals to blow it up so they can put the scope in your rectum so they can see. Yes, that's why you have gas. You have to let it out, the pressure. So, I'm glad it's over. I don't have to repeat this for another 5 years. 5 years, ladies. I'll be 54 when I have to go through this again. And hopefully I don't have a polyp then. And my bulging sacs, the diverticulosis, are not increased. They say it can't be cured, but it can be prevented from getting worse. Diverticulitis, I can prevent that. So that's my mention. Prevention is key. So there you go. I survived the colonoscopy prep. Totally nasty. And the colonoscopy. Now I rest for 24 hours because I have propofol. Nobody can drive you can't drive yourself home from the surgical center. And rest for 24 hours afterwards. Don't do anything heavy. Rest. Took my Tylenol when I got home for my headache. Took it a leave. That helps with my headache. And just rested. And for your first meal after colonoscopy, you're supposed to jump into meats so I had a piece of white bread, some soup, some grape juice, no carbonated beverage. That was my meal, friends. Oh, right when I got home, like an hour after, I just had a piece of toast. My belly needed something. Had one piece of toast then. I went to the bathroom after I got home. Like in the first hour, I went like hour and a half. I went like 10 times. Let out some gas. Did some wee. Nothing else, but just up, down, up, down, up, down. Tried to watch a video. Didn't work. Just went to sleep. Then I finally got to rest. And then around 3 something, I got up and had my meal of butternut squash soup, some white bread, toast, and some grape juice. I had the kosher kind. It was really good. Not carbonated, and no carbonated drinks for 24 hours either. just a little longer to help make sure your gas is gone. I'm going to do that, friends. And bye, friends. Hope your colonoscopy prep was better than mine, because nobody wants to feel nauseous. Night, night.